Hey everybody, Chief here. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I wanted to check in with my alt account, maybe even show some people out there that might be struggling through Masters or low champs how I'm able to make and stay in Champion League using my free-to-play alt. As you see here, I bumped up some of my robots to level 7. I made champs originally on this account when my robots were level 5. So it's definitely an underpowered account. Now, one of the key things that I can recommend, and this is the biggest thing that affects whether you can make it through Masters and into Champion, is can you score in the top 3 damage even on a loss? Now, a lot of people tend to get wrapped up in getting beacons, trying for the win, and those are great things. You want to help your team. But if you're struggling to move up once you start facing a lot of OP accounts or OP players or clans, especially in Masters and getting into Champion League, you need to learn how to just stay in the top 3 damage. It's not always easy, and it's not 100% that you can even do that. But as you can see here in a couple of these matches that I'm playing with this account, I'm able to move up and get positive points because I can stay in the top 3 damage. Now this can work for not only Beacon Rush, which is my primary mode that I play, but also for domination. Now, I mentioned that you do want to try and win. Obviously, winning is better. You can get more trophies and such. So you do want to help your team, but you want to stay focused on doing your damage. So in this case, you see I don't have a beacon capper in this hangar that I'm running right now. I'm running and starting off with my Falcon. And I do this because the Falcon can play, at least the way I have him set up, he can play both brawler or ranged, depending on the map and the need. So I'm kind of trying to incorporate what I have in my hangar to help me with more damage. Now, a beacon runner is really good to have, and it's really helpful when you're playing in the beacon modes. But realistically, it's generally a fast, small bot, and he's relatively disposable, which means there's a low chance of really getting a lot of damage when you play him. You're going to end up going for a beacon, and you're going to end up getting killed. So you might get the beacon, you might not get the beacon, but you're not going to get much damage out of him. Okay. Another thing that I like to do is I want to make sure I can get them, and you don't have to spend in order to be successful or to have fun. Now, are you going to be able to compete with some of the top clans? No, you're not, but you can still have success. And you see here, it was a victory, so that's good. Now, I want to take a look at the damage that I put out, and I was able to be in the top 3, and that's where I want to be. I want to be in the top 3 on most matches that I play. That's my goal. My goal isn't winning. It's just to be in the top 3, and I can't stress that enough. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring you into another match here, because I don't win all of my matches. You know, I don't. And I'm perfectly okay with having a low win rate. Don't get too caught up in the different statistics that are shown in the game, because they really don't mean a whole lot. They're there to help you kind of gauge overall how you might be playing, but they don't decide whether you move up or not. I mean, on this account, I have like a 30 to 50% win rate normally, but I'm constantly moving up in the rankings, and that's the key here, is you want to be moving up even on a loss. So I'm going to show you this match, since the first match that I was in was a victory. Well, here it is. It's a shorter map, so there's a little diversity for you to look at here, but it's also, I'm going to spoil it now, this match was a loss. I lost this match, but you know what? I still gained trophies, and I still moved up in rank. So here I am, I'm in my Falcon once again. Why? Because I want to be able to have that versatility and be able to push and get a little more damage than a beacon capper might get. Okay, it didn't quite work out. My Falcon got rolled. Okay, so these are some tough opponents that we're facing. So being a small map, I want to start off with any robot that may not do quite as well. Okay. So that's what I did with the Falcon. He has 2 tridents on his back, and you know, it's not the greatest. Can it be used? Sure, it can. But my bots aren't, you know, maxed out or anything, so chances are he was gonna die. But I thought I would go ahead and give it a try anyway, and try to at least use him to weaken the reds. Now here I am with my bulwark again. Now keep in mind that I use this as a brawling setup. But there is a ranged option. If I was like on Yamantau or something, I might sit off a little bit further and try and get a little damage from range. But here I am. I'm going to go ahead and move in, and I'm going to try and get some damage from these reds with with brawling. And this is where you're going to get the majority of your damage. Alright, so here I am. This pursuer, unfortunately, was able to come in and take me out pretty easily. So we're losing center beacon. I'm going to jump into my Inquisitor now. Orc and Exodus, not the greatest build. I don't really like using Orcans and Exodus right now because of the number of last stands that are out there. But it's what I have, you know, and it was leveled up, at least for as much as I have on this account. So I went ahead and used it. It can still get some damage. You're just probably not going to get a lot of actual kills with it because of last stand. Alright, so I'm going to move up, and it looks like we're doing alright as far as beacons right now. So I'm just going to try to give a little bit of support to my team, but I'm still trying to keep in mind how much damage I'm getting. So I'm going to go ahead and push on this beacon here. And try to get a little bit of additional damage and maybe even turn the beacon. So I was able to get the beacon white, but they spawned in on me, and they're definitely stronger. They're doing a little more damage to me than I'm doing to them. Thankfully I had a teammate show up and help out, but now I've got them attacking me from behind, and unfortunately this bot's going to go down. On this account, I don't have any leveled up modules at all. I don't play this account as much as my main account, but as a free-to-play player, if I did play this account regularly as my primary account, I can tell you right now, all of my modules would be leveled up, no problem. I may not have any of the premium modules, but having the cheaper modules definitely can help you, especially with the damage. You start leveling up those nuclear reactors, and your damage is going to go up. But anyway, here I am. I drop in with my Ares here, and I'm going to try and use him to get me some of that damage. He's really good at getting damage. But this dragon, he had some other plans, and I went down. So right now I'm thinking, okay, well, gosh, this match is kind of getting out of hand already. I'm not doing well. So now I'm just, you know, gonna try and get as much damage as I can before I max out. I'm on my last spot already. We do have the beacon bar advantage, but the reds are turning that around on us. It looks like we also have at least one player maxed out already, which is never a good thing this early in the match. So I'm in my Mender. Menders are good for giving you just a little bit more damage because of the heals. So I do like using it, but unfortunately here I am. I'm going down. Reds are getting a 4-cap on us, and you know, I'm barely hanging on, and I'm about to die. There I am. I'm mech'd out. Okay. You know, I did as good as I could, but you know, you can see here that we have some really strong opponents, and they just kind of steamrolled me, and that's going to happen. Sometimes you might face a clan, and that's a full squad, and they're just gonna, you know, raid you in the spawn. How do you defend yourself? Well, you don't. So what do you do to try and make the best out of that situation? You just try your best to get the top 3 damage. You're gonna lose. Assume you're gonna lose, because chances are, if you're going against a full clan or a full squad, you are gonna lose. So just try and get your damage. And I know some of the other bigger YouTubers like Adrian, he stresses that, you know, if you're gonna get spawn raided, try to get a second beacon, or, you know, have that out, or an alternate place to spawn if you can. But if not, just get through your bots as quickly as possible, and try your best to get damage. Now, with so many pink shields and last stand, sometimes you can get unlucky. You know, every target you aim at has a shield or a last stand, and you're not getting damage. But always look for those fatter targets, the bigger ones with higher health, and push your damage. That's the key. And you see here, I was able to get my league promotion back into Champion League, and I got positive rating points. So taking a look at it, it looks like I was top 3. I was number 2, and that's the key to success. And that is the biggest point I want to drive home with all of you. Now, I appreciate y'all taking a look at this video. I hope it helps some of you. And until the next video, I'll catch you later.